Hello, it's Kristen from Life of Crafting, and it is Monday, March 14th, 2022. I'm doing this kind of as a time capsule to myself as well to look back. So here's what I was able to accomplish over the later part of the weekend. We've started to move stuff in, and I know this looks kind of like weird with the carpet laid out like that, but like I said, I have the storage. I can't even speak tonight. The studio here to the left, that will be my filming for our online business. I still have plans. I want to put a I should say like an apartment size refrigerator there. This area really hasn't gotten much attention yet. I haven't had a real need to do videos, and that's all the equipment that I will need for it. So I kind of stashed that over there. And then moving over here, I have the taller Kallax unit from IKEA here. I have one purchased and I'm picking it up tomorrow to put a second one next to this. And out in my prior craft area, I have one of those Stampin' Storage bookshelves that I plan to put on that because I kind of also want to hide those pipes that are back there. And if you're wondering what these are, no, they're not snacks. I cover them with some of the like busier papers type of thing. Ones I like, but I don't expect I would really like make cards with. I think this one actually had some staining or something. So I just cover them. You can see the seam there. And I think this one, yeah, I have my ribbons in there. So the intention for that will be, I'm just going to leave them there because the bookcase should fit behind that. And then, like I said, this will be my containers for storage of some things. And you'd be surprised when you start seeing what you have that you're going to be throwing out. You get all kinds of goodies. And like I said, they've got to be things that, you know, like breadcrumbs or stuff that's not real messy. And they're more of the paper type of versus a tin. But, you know, if I had tins, I would probably be able to do it too. So this I've done in a prior video. I really have not changed that. The only thing I'm doing is I'm still playing with my idea of what to do. I had cardstock in here. So these three center ones, I'm really indecisive what I want to do with. I'll show you what I did with the paper for now. I'm not happy with it. I am going to change it. The stuff along the top, my camera's having a hard time on what I wanted to focus on. I'll stop pointing. The stuff along the top, those bins, I really need to go through and clean out. I have a lot of small gadgety kind of things, like the little plastic candy canes and Santa figures and things I was using a little bit more in crafts versus paper crafting. So I have to clean that out. And these gray baskets, I want to go through and see what I can do for making better use of. Now, if you look, if I back up, sorry, I have to walk slow. This rug is bigger than the table by about maybe 6 or 8 inches. So this is where, when I can get the table from IKEA that I want, that is going to fit there. So it gives you an idea. I should have plenty of room for people to move behind on either sides, which is, you know, is obviously a concern. You want to be able to back the chair up and move. I should have plenty of room for that in my planning. And then on this one end and down the other end, I plan to have the cabinets that I want. I may see also if I can fit them in here. It depends on the width of the table. I'm waiting on the table to come in, and that. This is just a rolling cart that I had that once I, you know, get the table and I can figure out. And then depending on what season I'm in, I will be using either the heater or the air conditioner. We'll have to see. And I have an area down that way. We're going to put a wall up here that is I can use for storage. This, if you haven't done Facebook Marketplace to get rid of stuff, I highly recommend it. I can't even begin to tell you how crazy it's been trying to keep up with and sell off my stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Another conversation for another day, but yeah, I am starting to destash and it's crazy. I just say that, crazy. It's another job in itself, and I do online sales, and I'm telling you, it's crazy. So over here is where I said the business part of things was going, is in this section. So I haven't done a whole lot more than I've done previously, but what I have done is I have these Stampin' Storage paper containers, and I said, I think in the original one, like how much space those were taking up between all of the dividers and then the cardboard things to label them. And you know, it looks pretty when you can put it out and have it all in the rainbow like all in the rainbow colors and everything. But if you're gonna do anything realistic and try to have stuff in there with any thickness, meaning, you know, I was buying Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up sells their papers in 24 piece count packs. And, you know, you start filling these up, and I'm not a demonstrator. So for me, I'm not worrying about getting out my discontinued colors like a demonstrator. If you're not familiar with Stampin' Up, they get new colors every year. So they're going to retire 5 and bring in 5. So those kind of people aren't looking to keep discontinued colors. Personally, there's some of the colors I hoarded, like baked brown sugar. I loved that color. I made sure I hoarded that color. So I'm not looking to get rid of all my old stuff. So this stuff filled up very quickly. So here is what I'm looking at. I have 2 filing cabinets that I've had for years to use for the business. And one of my goals in the business was to get my invoicing down to being scanned and in Dropbox. And I'm very, very close to having that goal met. So I really did not need 2 of these anymore. I'm basically, if I really stretched it, could probably get myself into 1. But I'm not quite there yet. So I'm going to use this one filing cabinet for anything business related. This is going to give me more drawers. Now, if you look, I started doing the Jennifer McGuire way of putting these in those ticket holders. And I really liked that because I could easily stash the scraps of the paper back in with the full sheets to this. But they were really tough. I tried to see if I could stick them back in there and then maybe get one more. And I was thinking about doing, and I'm probably still going to do, is some kind of shelf above this and put them up on there so that I'm not losing this space on top of here. But these don't fit in there. And I would keep my cardstock in the plastic that it came in, that shrink wrap, and put scraps in there. But after a while, they get really loose when you don't have a lot in there, and I found that they were tearing down the side. It really did not make for a good way of keeping scraps. And I'm not a person that's going to keep every scrap, but I want to say, you know, if it's 2 by 2 or 3 by 3 in size, that's about where I'm going to start keeping this stuff. Some of the more popular colors, like the Real Red or the Garden Green, and if you're not familiar, they're just a bright red and a bright green. Very Christmas colors. I'll keep some of the more even slim ones, as I've shown in some of my cards, because I can use them for things like sentiments. So, you know, again, I'm not going to go crazy, but this, I have maxed out the entire drawer, as you see, and I still have a few more. I have cardstock that I pulled out of this that are ones I've never even considered looking at that I will be selling off of my D-Stash videos for the marketplace. But I can't even imagine, like, I have no growing room in here. And this is only if it's one card, meaning it's like one cardstock packet from Stampin' Up. I still have backup of some of these colors in these drawers that are these doors over here. So this isn't even all the cardstock I own. This is just what I consider to be like the open. And then anything that's my backlog or backstash is over here. So I really don't know that I like this method. I feel like the paper is just shoved in there. I don't have any labeling on here either, if you notice yet. So I'm not really happy and convinced with this method. I have to kind of give it a thought. And could I split it up? I was thinking that because I do have the bottom drawer yet. I don't know if that's how I want to do this. Any suggestions you got? You got a system that's working, please share, because these were not cheap. I've held on to them, and I keep thinking that maybe my mental block is coming because I haven't gotten rid of these yet, and I keep coming back to wanting them because you see these craft studios and they just look beautiful when they have all these lined up. I've got the ink pad ones that are yet to come over. I've got punch ones, so, you know, they look so beautiful, but space-wise, these really are not the best way to go. So this is where I'm at now. Still trying to figure out the paper, but I think I have the rest of the layout plan. I think I'm putting a TV above here. I do have the smaller Alex cart that is on wheels that I will be putting next to this and setting up as my die cutting station. I do have, I don't know if you were able to pick up on, this desk is not quite centered, as you can see, like there's a little bit here. And so I'm planning to have my husband and my son move this probably down at least another 6 inches. If you're not aware, I am a cat whisperer. They find me no matter where I go. I can tell you stories. So I do have a cat that lives in my garage, and she once in a while graces me with the ability to pet her. I think I'm going to move her in here and put a cat tree up over here in the back, like more towards against the wall, and give her some run of the room down here. And then put the Alex machine in front. So I'm picking that up tomorrow, and I'm picking up the other Alex that's in stock. And then we'll see where this goes. Here's what I'm kind of embarrassed, but I told you I'm doing this as a time capsule. Yeah, here's more marketplace stuff for my business to sell off. That love the old rolling thing that you just get your chair hung up on all the time. But here's what I have left to move over. This bookcase will get used for now. This is all the stuff I'm trying to sell on marketplace. And this is like all of my backup cardstock in here. Washi tape, I'm still going to try and figure out. This bookcase right here is what I plan to put. Let me get my finger out of the way. That is what I plan to put on top of those two the white Alex machines. I'm getting rid of that. I haven't done anything with that. That's some business related stuff. Some current projects. There's some current things I thought I was going to try and make. Yeah, right. I did them in classes and I was going to make more of them, and I'm not doing that. So it really looks like a mess, but when I start to break it down, it's not really going to be a whole lot. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with these punches. This stuff, honestly, it's got to go. I have a ton of like 1.5 to 3 inch ribbons stuff in here. A lot of them brand new. I'm not doing anything with them. They got to go. I want to get these on those cards and into some of the Alex drawers when it gets here. And then I'm debating how much of this I want to get rid of because it's a lot of Stampin' Up! Ink. I do use quite a few of the colors, but some of it's just got to go. And then, like I said, this is all already organized. I'm going to show this in one of my Saturday morning makes. I've got this almost finished, and I just need to get it done. That'll be a whole one by itself. I think you'll enjoy the advent calendar I made. But some of the stuff is just scrap papers. This stack is not. This is more of just crap I've picked up from wherever. That's got to go. So, I got a little bit under here, but this stuff, I think pretty much when I get the, there's 2 cabinets that I want, all of this is going to have a home. And then the only thing I have left is these are empty boxes, and these are ones that I want to move into this when I can find a home for my Tim Holtz ink. So that's where I'm at. That's my thoughts. That's what I want to do. And hopefully I'll have another video for you soon that shows a lot more progress. But I am almost out of this. This was my craft area. I am almost out of this area. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks. And check back because I will have a lot more inspiration coming very soon. See ya.